All right, we want to show people what plan they're signing up for. So if you are not a member and you go to the website members.cybersecuritygrowth.com, or if you go to our primary page, cybersecuritygrowth.com, and you click on, the links to sign up, you get into this page here, which it needs an update, but it gets you to a spot where you can see the different plans that are available. It walks you through what our program is, what our platform is here, the capabilities that you'll get, which is what we're going to walk through for the next few minutes. And then at the bottom here, it walks you through the different plans. And I just want to talk through these. Our most basic plan is called Analyst Access. It gets you the basic core access to the platform. It starts at $29 a month. If you pay annually, you save something like 17% by signing up. It gets you the core to the platform. You're in the network, you're in the community, you get access to the leaders who are in the platform, you get access to the environment, you get access to some of the training courses, and it gets you into the ecosystem. We created this plan specifically for the up-and-comers in the cybersecurity space. For those who are like, look, I want to learn more, I want to get more involved in the industry, this gets you in the door and it gets you connected with CISOs, it gets you connected with other security practitioners, and it gets you some training on the platform. I'm going to just jump around here because I'm basically going from price point. The second plan is called Leader Launchpad. These are for the maturing folks in the security space. Maybe you're a manager of GRC or a director of SecOps or senior director or something like that, right? You are in a leadership role. Maybe you're new to that leadership role, or maybe you're ready to get into that first leadership role. Leader Launchpad includes everything Analyst Access has. But on top of it, you get access to our resource library. We'll get into the resource library as we walk through the platform. It's a very rich environment with lots of downloadable templates and resources. And there's also additional training courses that are targeted to you, the maturing professional in your role who's getting into those leadership roles. Okay. The third plan, and the plan, honestly, that we built the platform around is called the CISO Pro plan. The CISO Pro plan is targeted for your information security leader, your cybersecurity leader, your CISO, your head of security, your VP of InfoSec, that type of role. CISO Pro comes with a very specific training course for CISOs, the first 100 days of a CISO, which Garrett, based off of statistics inside and outside of the platform, more than 500 people have taken the first 100 days of a CISO course.
That is awesome. I love that.
Now,
I mean, and that's great. And I'll just pop in for a sec. That's great for anyone in security who even just wants exposure to that area. I think it just kind of, wets your whistle or kind of primes the pump for a lot of the other course material.
All right, we'll get into that in a little bit more. CISO Pro also gets you access to a dedicated CISO community for just members that are in there. It starts at $149.99 a month. If you subscribe to the annual plan, you save something like 44% off of that. So believe it or not, this is our most subscribed plan. People say, hey, here's our plans, and the medium one, the middle one is the one that's most subscribed to. Nope, truthfully, the one that's most subscribed to is CISO Pro. A couple other things we have added. Recently, we have added something called CISO Advisor. This is your fractional CISO program, your strategic advisor program, which takes it one step further outside of the platform. If you are an InfoSec leader and you are looking for advisory, for mentorship, for program review, we were talking as we were starting the show today, if you were looking for someone to help you wrap up your 2025 and plan your 2026 or next year, your 2027, we have the CISO Advisor program, and you'll see the pricing is a little bit different. It's $2,950 per month. What that gets you is it gets you, me or one of our CISOs, to work directly with you for 10 hours a month. And basically you get our time and we work with you to scope exactly what those needs are. Very much think of this as like a consulting gig. Truthfully, this is primarily our bread and butter, the CISO advisory work that we have here. It's new in the platform. We made it nice and easy for people to subscribe here. I know a lot of our clients more likely will want to do a purchase order or an SOW or something like that, but we put it right in the program here if that's the way folks want to go. Last one here, Restart Access. I started this I laid this out about a month ago. Garrett and I did a podcast We recorded a few months ago. We released it a couple weeks ago. It is around the cybersecurity job market. There's no surprise. We're hearing lots of our friends and colleagues being laid off. All year long, we've heard it. And it's even worse right now. For whatever reason, right before Thanksgiving seems to be the worst time. And I'm even seeing some as of today. I saw folks being laid off just recently posting on LinkedIn. Restart Access is us trying to help folks who are in between jobs, plain and simple. We created a super cheap plan to help folks get into the network, be able to network with peers, be able to network with CISOs and other hiring managers, and really hope to get you hired again. If you join Restart Access, you'll get access to us reviewing your resume. You'll get access to some of the resources that are in the program. And we probably won't keep this up here for very long, but we created this plan specifically to help folks that are in between jobs. It's super cheap. It is a 2-month plan, by the way. You can pay, I think it's $49 for 2 months or something like that, or $25 over a 2-month period. And it is a 2-month plan that we're here to help you get back on your feet, review your resume, we'll review your LinkedIn, we'll give you some resources and guidance. Basically, we lose money on this plan, but we're just trying to help our friends out in industry. Garrett, those are the plans.
Sorry,
All
trying to find the mute button. Looks great. And I love that we have the smattering of selections. You don't have to go for the most expensive one right off the bat, even though, again, that's the one that everyone seems to be subscribing
That's
to,
the one.
which is great because, I mean, really, like you said, that's what this whole platform was built around.
Yeah, we built it for CISOs, and then we realized, wait a second, why don't we grow this platform for the folks that are aspiring into those roles? And so now we have kind of that transition phases, right? We get phases of transition. Let's get into the platform. When you join the platform, here's kind of what your home screen looks like. We're going to get you familiar with this home screen. First off, as a new member, you'll get a little checklist here, and I'm logged in as Paul. You get this checklist of like different things to do as you get involved in the platform here. Watching an intro video, which you can see on the screen here. Introduce yourself to our community. Fill out your profile. Set however you want notifications. Add a comment to one of our posts. Download the mobile app. Yes, we have a mobile app. It's not branded Cybersecurity Growth. It's branded the name Mighty. But there's an app so you can take us on the go with you for your iPhone or Android. And of course, invite friends to the network. We want to continue to grow this. So you have this little welcome checklist we put together, and you get right into this Start Here page with a 2-minute video giving you a brief overview of the platform. You get a link here actually to schedule a quick intro call with me. So you have access to my Calendly, and I encourage everybody to schedule a quick intro with me. We get to know each other briefly, get to understand what your hopes and dreams are in life, and also as a member of the platform here, and then a little bit more detail of what the platform is. So this is the page you start at. You can come back to this at any time. After you get familiar with the platform, your homepage will change, but this is where you start when you first get into the platform. You'll see the way things navigate. There's some things up on the top here, primarily to the top right, and then a whole lot of navigation stuff over here on the left. Let me start on the top right. First off, you have your profile here. It's where you can set up your settings. You can learn about which plan you signed up for. If you've bookmarked anything, you can find your bookmarks here. You can see like some banners that we have running in the platform to remind you of important things coming up. We get banners on the top of the screen, banners that pop up here. Up here, all things you would expect from any social network. You've got your notifications. Looks like Paul has about 53 notifications, lots to check out here. Whenever something goes live, it usually pops up here in your notifications. Whenever there's a big announcement, something shows up here in your notifications. When new courses are released, when new resources are there, you have your notifications. You've got your DMs here. So you can DM anyone in the network and vice versa. Folks can DM each other. Doesn't look like Paul's been very chatty, but this is where you can create and have DMs. This section here is if you want to invite a friend to the network. You get your own referral link. Every member gets a referral link. And if you want to invite a member to join any one of the plans, you just copy this link and send it to a friend. If you use your referral link, you build up points where you get free stuff. Garrett, did you know this?
I did not, Sean. Tell me more.
Oh, I will. I think I don't remember all of the levels in front of me, but I think if you get 2 members to join using your referral link, you get a free cybersecurity growth tote bag.
I love that.
Yeah, yeah. And it goes up from there. There's other things in our swag store that you'll get, and we get a certain point that if you refer so many members, you and us, we collectively will create a custom piece of swag for you to have that nobody has ever had before. But if we agree to it and if we love it, we'll put it in the store for others to get. So we kind of gamified the whole idea of like, bring your friends on board. We want them here. Pretty cool.
And so if you refer 1,000 people, we just hand over the keys to the platform at that point, right?
Yeah, we'll give you super admin rights, and then we walk away. It's now yours. That's your golden ticket. It's your golden Kerberos ticket. You can also build streaks for days that you join the platform. So you can earn badges for different things. So if you consistently check in every few days, you can earn a badge. If it continues to grow for much further, you can earn points by just using the platform, and then you can celebrate by giving those points to other members. So recognize other folks who are maybe helping you out, giving you some advice, maybe contributing to conversations. So anyways, just so you know what those key things are up there. This little banner, it's up at the top of the screen telling us about the event that we're at right now. I'm going to close that out, so that's gone. If you want to know who's in the network, I'm going to go to the left navigation over here. Click on Meet Members. Now you can see everyone who's in the network. I bet you can see your face in here right now. You can see our top members. You can see members who might be close to you physically in your area. This is an area called People Magic. And this People Magic gives you a sense of like who's who in the zoo here. It's funny, as I look at it through this lens, it's short. It basically looks like everybody in every single one of these views. But you get to see who's who. So if you're like, hey, who's this Sean guy? You can go here, click on the person, click on their profile. You can learn who they are. You can see what badges they've earned since they've been on the platform. Oh, it looks like Sean earned a Pwned the Merch Store badge. Garrett, did you know you could get a Pwned the Merch Store badge? You can.
Do I have to go test the merch store?
You got to go buy something at the merch store.
Okay.
And then you pwn it. Garrett's like, all right, I will go hack. Wait, who's our Shopify? Garrett's like, all right, I'm going to go hack Shopify right now. Have you taken the first 100 days of a CISO course? Have you completed the first 100 days of a CISO course? If so, there you get your little badge there. So anyways, you get to see how people have spoke about themselves, learn a little bit about their background, how long they've been in the field, what roles they've had, who they've brought into the platform, what areas they have access to, just all these things here. You can chat with someone for right here. So if you want to if you're like, hey, I want to know this person, get to know them a little bit more, introduce myself to them, you DM the person by clicking chat right there. Kind of cool. And if someone's treating you really good in the platform, you hit the recognize button and you can just give them a little something like, Paul is going to recognize Sean right now for having this welcome event. Boom. Nice, Paul. You just recognize Sean. All right.
Look at that.
Look at that. Right below that, latest events. This is just your scroll of death, where you can learn just all the most recent things that are going on in the platform. You can sort it in all different ways: latest activity, newest update. You can see that I posted an update today about us adding some new things to the resource library. I'll talk about those in a little bit. Thorsten was on there yesterday asking about CPEs and also telling the world about CVEs. Ooh, Garrett, so close. CPE versus CVE, it's one letter difference, and boy, does it mean something very different.
Yeah.
Very different. So anyways, latest updates. This is for everyone here. Everyone's latest updates might look a little bit different because it is tailored for you. Over on the right, you see things that we have featured that we think you may be interested in checking out, and some upcoming events. Specifically for you, here are events that are assigned for you. Some events may be specific for folks based off of what plan they're on. And so these are our upcoming events. Here's today's event. Hey, heads up, folks. I know there's an event you see on here, and it was even on this week's update for next Friday. Garrett and I to record our podcast. We're going to have to change the date on that because, as I mentioned, the busy season is here for us who do cybersecurity strategy, and I need to actually go work with a client on Friday next week to help them wrap up their 2026 strategy planning. So, Garrett, you and I got to reschedule this one.
Yeah, and we don't need to say where, but you're actually going on site. Is that correct?
On site at the client's site. This
Cool.
this is requiring me to leave my house, Garrett.
Well, I mean, you think about it. That's what that used to be the norm. Now it's like, wait, you want me to come on site? That's
I
great.
know. If we go back to 2019, right? Or if we go back prior to, end of February 2020, that's what we did. We flew to places so we could be in person. Yeah, that's crazy. Okay, so there's those things. Back to the welcome screen here. I'm going to go into the community chat. This will look a little familiar to latest updates, but what's a little bit different here is this is where you can post in the chat. So nearly all of our members have the ability to post in the chat. I assure you, if you are watching this video, you likely have full access to post in the chat. The community chat is your place to post messages, to post questions, to post interesting findings you have found in the InfoSec, security, cybersecurity world. Post them here. We're all here to help each other. Usually when I post stuff, it's new things that I've launched in the platform or a new threat or vulnerability that I think everybody should know about here. So it does look similar to latest updates, but it's very much the chat field. And if you're ever trying to figure out, hey, where do I go to just talk with the community? This is the one place. We used to have different locations where you could chat. We consolidated them all right here. Hey, Garrett, did you see I put a little seasonal banner up at the top here with some snowflakes and a little bit of pine tree over in the corner?
It's starting to look a little bit like Christmas.
A little bit. Thank you. Okay, I am going to get into certain areas that are only available depending on the plan you're on. If you remember, we talked about 3 plans. Analyst Access being the entry plan, Leader Launchpad being the mid-career plan, and then CISO Pro for our security executives. You'll start to see some color-coded plans or color-coded sections here that are based off of the plan that you are in. I'm going to get to our resource library. Our resource library has many different tools, resources, templates, and more for you to access. You need to be in the Leader Launchpad plan or the CISO Pro plan to access this. And you have resume templates that are in here. So templates that we have gathered and designed with resume professionals. They're in here for you to use. The reason why these are in here, for many reasons, these are designed to work with applicant tracking systems. They are designed to work with the systems behind LinkedIn whenever you do an easy apply. These are resume templates that are designed to help you stand out from everyone else who's out there. Other things that are more targeted towards our business that we're in, business continuity resources. We have all the key pieces in here if you ever need to conduct a business continuity tabletop exercise. We have the PowerPoint that you would use in front of the group. We've got the Word document that will be the playbook for you, the facilitator to run. We've even got the after action report that you would write up and deliver to folks. These are here in PowerPoint and Word, DocX formats that you can download and use as is or modify for your own environment. They are there for all of our Leader Launchpad CISO Pro members. If you have to deal with M&A, mergers and acquisitions, we've got a due diligence checklist that we've designed and we have used ourselves multiple times over. If you are a hiring manager and you're looking for some job descriptions that have been successful, we continue to upload job descriptions there, and on and on and on. More resources as you go down here. Lots to choose from. Come spend some time. Hey, Garrett, I added a new one today. Podcast.
What you got?
I added a podcast. I added this, not our pod. I did put our podcast in here.
You're linking that to other ones. That's brilliant.
But yeah, like your podcasts that we listen to, that these are podcasts that have helped us in our career. These are podcasts that have helped us in our lives. We'll continue to grow this. What I don't want it to just be is Sean's recommended podcast. I want it to be each other's recommended podcasts. So be ready for a question to come out soon in the community chat asking you for your favorite podcasts that have helped you in your life. Maybe it's a career podcast, maybe it's a cybersecurity podcast, maybe it's something else. So we're starting to build out our podcast section, and I'm laying it out we're laying it out in a couple different locations. We're kind of doing an A/B test right now to see which is the best location for podcasts, but you can access these right here in the resource library. I'd say most folks' favorite podcast is Risky Business, but maybe we'll get into that in the community chat and figure it out. Garrett, do you have a favorite podcast?
It's my second favorite podcast. I really like the cybersecurity growth. No, I'm kidding. Darknet Diaries is my go-to. I love Jack Rysider. It's the one that I listen to all the time. It's just great content, but also masterfully created. I'm a huge fan.
Yeah, Jack is an incredible storyteller, and he takes real world stories, usually gets the folks involved in these like massive hacks that have occurred, interviews them, and then weaves it into just a beautiful like hour-long podcast. He's incredible. Okay, resource library. All right, I'm going to go in order of kind of climb the tree from Analyst Access to Leader Launchpad to CISO Pro. So for those who are in our Analyst Access plan, you get access to our revamped cloud security course. So right now I'm going through our whole section here. Let me back up a minute. I'm going through our section called Premium Courses. The Premium Courses was truthfully the concept behind cybersecurity growth. We were going to create an e-learning platform for cybersecurity leaders and aspiring cybersecurity leaders. And so there are several courses here that many of them I have developed over the years, long before the cybersecurity growth platform launched, which launched in April of 2025. Several of these courses were built several years ago. For example, one here called The First 100 Days of a CISO. Believe it or not, that course was initially developed in 2016 and evolved over the years, eventually became something that I recorded a video version because it was an in-person PowerPoint presentation course, created a video version of it, released it in a few locations, and then centralized it here. So the whole concept behind cybersecurity growth was our premium courses section. Depending on what plan you are signed up for determines which courses you have access to. Those with the Analyst Access logo next to them are available in the Analyst Access plan. Those with the yellow Leader Launchpad icon next to them are available in the Leader Launchpad plan. Now remember, if you are in Leader Launchpad, you also get access to all of the Analyst Access content. And those with the dark CISO Pro icon next to them are for folks who are in the CISO Pro plan. And again, our CISO Pro members get access to everything else, Leader Launchpad and Analyst Access. That's how the program works. As you can see here, there's a handful of courses and they are growing at a regular rate. We have plenty more designed for the future. If you've ever seen one of our roadmap episodes, you will see the roadmap of what we are planning to release. And we have been developing and delivering on that roadmap, and we plan to continue that. I won't go through all the courses in deep detail, but you do have a cloud security course. This is your introductory course to cloud security. So if you've gotten to a role and cloud security is in your remit and you're like, yeah, but I don't really know what a CASB is, or I don't really know what a CNAP is. That's what this course is. It's to give you an overview of the cloud security environment. This course was initially created in 2023 and updated in 2025. Get some other courses in here as well, some novel courses, which I made for myself and my music creator friends. It's actually a course that would be very valuable to just about anybody, but it was designed specifically for content and music creators. Around tools, techniques, and technologies. Here's my goofy face on some of these, but Garrett, see, here's my background with guitars hanging behind it on some of these images here. Same room.
Well, I remember when you came up.
Designed for the musician.
I remember when you came up with that idea, and what an underserved slice of the community, because I would imagine most music publishers don't have the budget to hire some security team. They might have a fractional CISO, maybe. But this is perfect for them because, it does really kind of help serve a, somewhat neglected area of the industry. I love it.
That's a good point. It's kind of like the CISO course for that industry, right? Here's your fractional CISO. Just watch this couple-hour course and apply some of these things, and you'll be a whole lot better off. In the Leader Launchpad plan, we have several courses. We started building this out with courses around the secure controls framework. It's extremely valuable resource out there that gets you into all areas of compliance and GRC. We have two courses, basically a part 1 and a part 2 course around the secure controls framework. If you're doing things around SOC 2, ISO 27001, GDPR, in that area, these two courses can be very helpful with helping you understand some security controls and then some potential uses for using those security controls. For our GRC experts, we created a course called The Business of Risk. It's basically a single module short course where it walks through Sean's approach to how I do a risk management program. So that's there for folks. That was, again, initially created in 2023, lightly updated for 2025. For our CISO Pro members, the specific course for our CISOs, which basically is a playbook for how to build your internal CISO playbook. Step-by-step approach. It's about a 2-hour course that walks our CISOs into creating your documented playbook to make you successful in your role. I've seen folks who have been aspiring CISOs who've taken this course to help them prep to be a CISO. I've seen folks who are on our platform who said, hey, I just became a CISO and now I'm walking through your course as I'm getting familiar with my new role. And I've had people who have been in the CISO seat for a while and kind of stumbled into the role and never took any training for it. I've seen folks come back and take this training to help them get a sense of, okay, what if I were to, in a new year, more formalize the program that I stumbled into? And folks have used this resource to help them there. There's a lot of exercises in this course as well to help folks out. Another thing to note, all of our courses, we have listed at the top of all of our courses what CPE values these are. So like this course here earned you 2.5 CPE hours. On request, we give folks certificates so you can send those to your certification board like ISC Squared or others to let folks know how you earned CPEs this year through taking our training. Garrett, what do you think about CPE hours?
Oh, we don't want to talk about that. I let my CISSP lapse a while ago.
we don't talk about CPE hours. It's funny. I was just thinking about ISC Squared, and I was like, oh, we have two well-standing ISC Squared members in cybersecurity growth, meaning you and I. I'm like, wait, nope, we have one.
Not anymore.
No,
and it's funny because they've sent me so many emails like, hey, you want to redo it? And I probably should, but it's just, it's not my purview.
There was a time, I will be completely honest, there was a time I got into a role, it might have been my security operations role at a big CRM company.
Mm-hmm.
And I said, you know what, I don't think I'm going to renew this December. Like it's $150 a year to renew my CISSP. I don't think I'm going to renew. I don't need it anymore. Some of my team members have CISSPs. We got enough. And then I went to a smaller company that had a much smaller security organization. And guess what? Like the first auditor asked when they came up, hey, who on your team has a cybersecurity certification? And I was like, ooh, thank goodness I didn't let that lapse because that's the only one I still have.
Mm-hmm.
But hey, we have a whole episode on that. What our beliefs and our loves and our dislikes around professional certifications. So, yeah,
but on the real, to provide you an actual answer, I think this is not only a well justified, but also a very streamlined way to get your CPEs. If you're not able to get out to conferences as much as you used to, talking about the before times, this is a great way to get your CPEs, and it's valuable information.
Yep. And it's end of year. It's interesting. Some of our members are saying, hey, I need to get my CPE certificates to be able to show that I did something this year to keep my my certification current.
That's right.
Okay, so those are premium courses. They will continue to evolve over the years. And if you're ever wondering, like, do we update the courses? Yes. And I mentioned that as we went through some of them. Some of these courses were created back in 2016. They were updated for this year. Some of the courses were developed in 2023, updated for this year. So we create courses. If you think about it, it's like, in a sense, this platform, we build it like a piece of software. If you just let a piece of software get stale and you don't update it, don't care and feed it, it's not going to serve you so well in the future. And we believe the same way about our education content here. I'm going to take us outside of premium courses now into the live events and videos section. We've made some naming changes in the last few months of this area here. But live events and videos, first off, you can see event notifications with a little live marker here, talking about the event that we have going on right now, our welcome event. And we schedule these from time to time. We plan to have more of these as we go. So there's basically a scroll of event notifications of events that some have passed, some are upcoming. And then you have a calendar of events tab over here, which you saw something up above, which was a list of your latest events. So similar view, just in a different location down here. And we'll keep updating these, and we'll put some more events in our event stream. Videos for Everyone is a relatively new area that was released and is continuing to be developed. There's basically 3 core areas in Videos for Everyone. There is the podcast that Garrett and I host. We've been hosting this podcast since 2023. We initially would live stream this podcast on Twitch, and then we would edit it and then release it on YouTube and then audio podcast feeds. Well, we were in the process, I should say, of taking all of our back episodes and uploading them right into the platform here. There's a couple things we're doing. It's not just a download and an upload that we're doing here. One, watching our podcast within the platform, you don't have to watch YouTube commercials. So unless you are one of those, 2% people on earth who actually pays for a YouTube subscription. Garrett, do you pay for a YouTube subscription?
Absolutely not.
I do. You know why?
Why?
Because back when I did a drumming live stream, which you know very well, I would play YouTube videos while I would play the drums to YouTube videos. And if I didn't have a paid subscription, I would have to do what? Watch commercials in between songs. So I paid for a YouTube subscription because of that. And now I keep it because I kind of like not having to watch commercials on YouTube.
This is probably not the appropriate, venue for this, but there are ways around YouTube ads. I'm just saying.
I remember there was an app I had on a rooted Android device that solved all my problems.
Yep, you're getting there.
Anyways, all of our videos are here, commercial free, YouTube commercial free. If there are commercials that Garrett and I spoke in the show, we left them because hey, it's us chatting with our community, so we're leaving our own commercials in there, but they're not the unsolicited YouTube ads in there. Secondly, we are trimming some of the courses, some of the podcast videos that are going up here. So we're eliminating some of the slow spots from when they were first watched. So anyways, they're getting a fresh, I wouldn't say a full fresh coat of paint, but we're touching up some of the holes in the wall here as we upload these. So just for your awareness. Platform updates. Let's talk about that. So since the Cybersecurity Growth Platform launched back in the week of April 21st, 2025, I have been recording on and off a weekly update, video update with some either slides or visuals to let you all know what's new for you. And you'll see there's some where we've definitely doing that every week. And then there were some times where we had some breaks because life got busy. I just recently renamed this from a weekly update to platform update. That way it makes my life a whole lot easier if I have to take time off. Like, for example, I didn't do a video update between November 3rd and December 3rd. We had a month gap between those. But I release these platform updates pretty regularly, letting you all know what's new on the platform with some visuals and walking you through it. And they're usually short, like 1 to 2 minutes is really the goal of these. And yeah, we'll keep releasing these here just to give you regular updates on what's new in the platform. If you ever see these out in social media, because I do release these in TikTok and on YouTube and on LinkedIn, there's usually a slight different version that's out there than what you all get in here. So I specifically tailor the platform updates that are internal for you, and the ones for the rest of the world, they get something different. So, they get a sense of what we're doing in here, but maybe they don't get to know everything we're doing in here. Okay, final section. Sorry, let me collapse these again. Final section in here is the replays section. From time to time, we do live streams. I guess this event is a live stream right here. And historically, we would do a live stream, and they were really difficult to find after the fact. And I had some folks say, hey, I saw you went live today, but I missed you. Where is that? And they were really hard to find. So we created a new section in here called replays. And after we do live streams, we usually trim them down so it's not the jargon and banter at the very beginning, but kind of the detail of what we talked about. And then we upload them to replays here. So there are actually still a bunch that I need to upload. We're in the process of doing that, and then we'll keep them moving forward. That is our live events and video section. Garrett, any thoughts on this new world that we've developed and have been rolling out here?
I don't know, I just like that people have a lot of content to come in and check out. You don't have to come in and just sign up immediately. You can kind of get a feel for how we communicate information, our banter back and forth. We do like to add a little human element to our security discussion. So no, I appreciate that. And again, I like that it's sans ads.
Yeah, and we're upwards to 30 videos now, and I think we have another 15 almost ready to upload. Again, some of them are back catalog, and then we'll move forward. There's one more link down here. I might as well let you know because it is another one of our test locations. We talked about audio podcasts a few minutes ago. I'm testing out a few different locations where it might make sense for podcasts to live and layouts here. So if you're wondering, hey, why are podcast links in two different locations and look a little different? Consider this like a software A/B test. Which one is the best place here? So I do have some podcasts displayed here. It's weird. I put the Spotify link and the Apple podcast link in here, and the Apple podcast doesn't display in a way that I like. This is very ugly. So we're doing some testing here. And basically, when we release things, I try to release things quickly so you all can test them out. And if we don't like them, we'll change them. So this is a good example of something we're testing out, looking for your feedback, and I'll throw some questions out there next week on these. And if we scroll down the end here, there's a link for basically the RSS feed if you want to subscribe to our podcast. The RSS link is right there. And if you want access to our merch store, we were talking about pwning the merch store. We do have a merch store. We need to build more merch. Both Garrett and I have committed to ourselves that we were going to design more interesting merch. And I think we've both been lying to each other. We owe everybody something new in our merch store.
We do.
Yeah. Garrett, what'd I miss? Did I miss anything?
I've actually been trying to figure out what you've missed so I can add some value into this. I don't think you've missed anything. I mean, other than the fact that I would say, and I'm not speaking for Sean, just kind of speaking for myself, if you have any questions, if there are subjects that you don't find on the platform, if you have a weird request or ask, reach out to us. Anything is on the table. We're always looking for ideas for future course content, for future episodes of the podcast. I don't know if Sean's mentioned we'll do resume reviews, through the platform as well. So anything like that you're like, hey, I looked through your plan, I really like it, but I didn't see this listed, let us know. We're constantly in learn mode. We're constantly looking to level up the platform and ourselves. So again, just don't be shy about anything that you're looking for that you didn't see in the platform.
All right. I think we covered everything. I think we got all the details here. For those who couldn't join us live, we will be editing this and putting it in our replays section. And so folks, if you have questions after the fact, you can reach out to us in the community chat for any questions you might have for those who weren't able to be here live. But I appreciate you all joining. Garrett, thanks for taking a little bit of your lunch hour to join us here.
Happy to. Thanks for having me.
And we got to get back to it. Again, I feel like the accountant during tax season. I got to go get back to my strategy project.
That's right. Thanks so much, y'all.
All right. See you, everybody. Bye.
Bye-bye.